we are back. We're going to be recapping the Arnold Classic Bikini International. We're going to be talking about the top girls that placed and how the lineup looked. Overall, I felt like this was a really well-ran show. It always is because less divisions, less competitors. The top girls come out, and I definitely think this was very interesting because how what happens here will follow through the rest of the season and where the direction of things are headed to. Now, a lot of people were talking about things with the girls saying that they look figure. I disagree with that. Um, I feel now with fit model, they have to now have a clear distinction of what is bikini, what is fit model, and how to go about the other divisions. Because there's more female divisions than there are men. We have 7 female divisions. So now you have to go and differentiating, really be like specific with criteria. Vanya won this show. I felt like everything she brought, she deserved the win. Everything that she was doing, and all those top 3 girls, I felt like it was really close. If you looked at the scorecards, um, it wasn't straight first, second, third. They kept moving them around and seeing, who had the less flaws and who had the best posing conditioning out of all of them, and who brought the whole complete package. This was one of the few times where I can say anyone that top 3 could have won this whole show, regardless if it was Ashlyn, Amy, or Vanya. I'm very content with how it happened. So I feel like they kind of went with more the softer kind of look. And, the girls who were more harder, more conditioned, kind of placed lower. So this is just me giving an observation and an opinion on this. So what happened in the show is, and in live, is totally different than what I see. I guarantee within the next couple days, within a week, Tyler Mannion's going to put out a video explaining why the top people placed, as he's doing for open and other divisions as well. So we're going to be looking at the show. All right, here we go. So this was the first initial comparison. So Stassi's on the side. Here's Tamikia, Maria, Jordan, and Vanya. Let me get them all when they're set. So from here, Vanya has the most projection. Jordan's very good in the back as well. Maria's very good. I think Maria, I don't know, because Maria's shorter. It kind of looks like she's squatting. I don't think she is, but I feel like Tamikia here is kind of really like too tight, almost too hard, which sometimes that happens for her. And in this kind of lineup, it can be very tough. But overall, I do like how everybody looked here. Let me move forward up. Here we go. Here's everybody. There's just some things you have to just be careful with. Jordan from the front was very conditioned. I think that was kind of what somebody hurts. She even said like sometimes she's like very hard in her front, and then like it's hard. Like when she tries to lean down, she gets like very lean in the front, and it's kind of hard for her to match because of how she's built. But I think sooner or later she'll figure something out with that. Maria is very good. Just has to, I think a couple tweaks. I guess that they're facing the judges. Sandy's kind of right here. Here's Tyler. Right, that's group 1. So when Amy and Ari came out in pink suits, I was actually really surprised. I really thought Amy was going to get like a teal suit or like a blue suit. She has done purple in the past before. Ariana's done purple before, but I get it why people do that. There are so many red suits. Ashlyn looked really good. She had glue pop. I think her feedback was that she needed more leg. We'll just go through how they compare to each other. You can kind of start to see like what are some people have that others don't who placed higher. Angelica, I love her purple suit, and this is her last show. I felt like she was kind of hard from the front and then like kind of soft in the back. Jazzy, hard in the front. Glutes are good. She just needs to be careful that her glutes don't overpower. But being, the third in the world, I just think a couple fixes she can do as well. Ashton, I would just maybe kind of relax the arm a bit. I'm sorry, I'm picking them one by one from what I see. So we'll do individuals. Let me get to the top. Let me get to the first call out. It's hard to see with this 720. Here we go. Everyone's coming out. So I said in the first call out, it would be, and this was my top 6 in order, but I had Jazzy winning, and then I had Amy, Ashlyn, I had Vanya, and then I had Ariana and Maria. Turns out that was the first call up, but the order was totally different. So here we go. All right. So now before they start to rotate, you can start to see in their fronts. The ones that stand out as like the best is Vanya, Ashlyn, and Amy. Ariana's like right there, like by herself. She looks like Miss Olympia, but I just feel like she just needed to be a little leaner. Maria is pretty spot on, very balanced. Sometimes she comes in a little too hard. Jazzy was just like really like conditioned, like etched in abs. And that's maybe what really, and that's what really I think cost her. So first they switch out Amy and Ari. I mean, this was really good with Ashlyn. So it looked like between all the judges, these were our top 3 right here. And just watch how's they're going. Let me go back. Like Vanya was the most comfortable, the most confident on stage. So everyone's in their stance. Here we go. Okay. Hold on. Go back a bit. Because they instantly start moving and comparing. Honestly, everybody looked really good here. Everyone's really full. Amy looks really great in the backs. Maybe I could be wrong about this, but I feel like her glutes kind of were very overpowering and kind of bounce out. Maria, everyone was saying about how everyone's glutes were almost like wellness, and I disagree. I disagree with that wholeheartedly because I don't think that was a thing. Let me go back again. It's gonna keep playing if I pause it. I feel like, yeah, a lot of these girls were muscular, but I don't say in any way, shape, or form that they are wellness at all or figure. There is a clear distinction of what figure is. If they were super jacked and like shredded, you would think they're more of a figure girl, but I don't see that at all with any of these girls. You know, Amy has great width at the top. Sometimes Ashlyn, her makeup, her suit, everything was spot on. Sometimes she comes in a little too lean and vascular. Her feedback from the Olympia was just glute pop, what she did. I just feel like now just a little more like she's right there to win it. She's right there to like be a top 3, top 5 girl at the Olympia. But Vanya's posing and how she does really helps her. Sometimes Amy's posing is good. I just feel like sometimes it's, I don't know what to say, sometimes a bit choppy, but she came in very well here. Okay. Hands were pretty good. Everyone's makeup was really good. I just feel like for Ari right here, she was just a little too soft in the back. I just feel like because she's the tallest one in the whole lineup at 5'6", it takes more time for her to get leaner because she's longer, because she's more longer versus Amy has more shorter legs. Mine is more shorter. Maria's more shorter. Jazzy's right in between. But yeah, I feel like everyone looked really good here. It was really like a tough lineup, even without any current Miss Olympias or the past 3 ones. But now we're going to get into like the top 3 comparison. So here we go. This is where I feel like they were going to decide who the winner was going to be right here. So when they started going through pose rounds, that's when they decided. So Amy's here, Vanya, Ashlyn. Now it's kind of getting up close because now the top three girls. Amy's pretty spot on, but as she was going, just watch. I think, like I said, Ashlyn just needs a little more leg just to match her glutes because she is really good. She's one of the best glutes in the whole show. Vanya just really balanced, very well posed. Amy, glutes are liver power. She has longer glute inserts, but this is like one of the best Vanyas I've ever seen. Sometimes she's a bit choppy with it. I don't know. Maybe I would just change that up. And they started rotating. And just kept going back and back. It wasn't no time. Sometimes you have to just get in and just be prepared for anything. Notice how they're using their hips in their movement. Pause it right here. So I feel like some people were saying how Vanya's leg was too conditioned. That is not the case why she would have not have placed, but she placed because of how she was posing and how she presented the physique and how she was going through many rounds of it. Ashlyn's very solid from the front, very balanced. So is Amy. They're all really good in the front, but I felt like how it was being shown, really affected. She was belly breathing. You can kind of see what, like, wait for it. And everyone's like almost in sync with each other. I kind of found that funny. But Vanya's waist is so small. Like right here, you can kind of see what I'm talking about with Amy. And she's a great physique. But sometimes it's like when you're in that like top position, sometimes the pressure can sometimes get to you. I don't think that was the issue. It's just sometimes it's just being controlled and just having that awareness at all times. That's why I always say posing stamina is very important. Posing conditioning is very important. Conditioning in terms of physique is not the same as posing conditioning. In these shows that are very tight, it's going to be about who can outlast the other. But everyone here looks good. Shoulders, no issues at all. No, like super jacked. They're not overpowering. Amy's very balanced. One issue she always had was her shoulders. Ashlyn, it was just balancing out, but she's really well put together right here. I just feel like just maybe a little more leg. Just that's what here. Tie-ins are great. Everyone has great tie-ins. Free position's really good. I think this is going to be the last one where they decide to put Amy. Here we go. And these suits by Toxic Angels, they're phenomenal. All right. All right, now I'm going to find them one by one. Go to their Gilco video. Here we go. This is just for their individuals. Like this is like great 8K, 4K. And like I said about the pink suit, if you're going to do pink, dark hair, darker skin tone is going to be, your hair and your skin tone is going to be the best factor. Amy can do it because she can wear a color that nobody else can do. A lot of people wore red because it was the most common color. But pink, not many people can pull off pink, even if you have the dark hair. But blonde hair, pink suit, you look like a Barbie. So never recommend that. Only a few like top pros can do pink, like your Marines, your Aaron Stearns, your Jourdains. Just very few. She can do it because she can. And I said in the past, I liked blue, what she originally wore. She did do red, and that was her like thing. But it really contrasts with her darker hair, with her makeup, very well put together. And people would say her makeup was bad. It was not at all. It's not distracting where I'm like looking at her face too much at first. So he'll do it again. I think a lot of people say that she looks like a wellness girl because of how her glutes ratios looked, but I disagree. It's just she has shorter legs and a longer torso, and I just think she carries a little more muscle than a lot of the girls. That's the only thing. I don't think that the physique is not wellness at all, not figure at all at either. But this is a great package by her. And then she adds a little bit of her own personality to it at the end. I mean, some parts of me just think maybe she shouldn't do like the whole choppy pose, choppy walk. Well, I mean, I'm looking forward to what she can do. I don't think it will take her long to qualify. All right, next up we have, where's Ashlyn? Let's see, here we go. Really love her suit and makeup here, her hair. Like, I like the curls on her. I don't know, I like this hair better than the Olympia was. If I'm trying to remember what that looked like. Like from this, it wasn't too bad. I don't know, I kind of liked it here. I like it here much better. I'm just thinking how the whole package looks together. I'm not trying to pick at anybody like too much. I'm not saying I don't like this, I don't like that. It's just preference. That's just bias. Remember, bias and opinion are two different things. But Here from her upper body to lower body, I just think maybe a little more. Yeah, like I just think she's like right there. Just needs a little more leg, and I can understand her feedback. But glute pop is there. Honestly, could have. She had some judges had her actually winning the show when I saw the scorecard of like 7, 10, and 12. So it wasn't, if she was a straight third, it would have been 15 with 11 judges because 3 of the lowest scores got dropped. Careful with your hands, just my thing picking at it. But very well put together, very well packaged for Ashlyn. She is full, she's not too lean, she's not strided at all. Poses in place. She doesn't have to walk all the way back, just get to the point. Even with less competitors, you have more time versus in like a stage with so many, you can't really get much time. She's smiling all the way. Great work by her. And I definitely think she's right there. Like, I think Ashlyn has what it takes to be like top 3, top 5 at the Olympia, possibly even win the thing. And I honestly wouldn't be upset if she won the show. No one would be, actually. She has what it takes to win. Actually, if some judges had her ahead, that means that she could have won. And then our winner, Vanya. I mean, every year it seems like she's getting better and better. You see, here's the Gilco video. But her stomach is flat. She's not shredded. Great waist. Best poser in all of Bikini. Makeup is fine. Very confident poser. And it shows with how she presents it. Now the whole spin thing, she can do that because she knows how to balance it. I can see what some people said about that, like, but the judges didn't have an issue with that at all. She wasn't too conditioned. Now, if you saw like deep cuts, like quad splits, then that's being too conditioned. But she came in right balanced, not too hard. Not her glutes don't overpower her legs. And just great stage presence. Now going back. Let me go to finals. Saturday night finals. Here you go. Trying to just rewind it. Here we go. Honestly, at the night show, everybody looked better, even in this top four. So it was pretty solid. Maria was fourth. I think it's loading. And, it's different lighting at night as well. Loading. So I think this is where they decided who's first and third. Because it wasn't straight with Ashton and Vanya. Vanya had 7, she had 12, Amy had 10. So I felt like Amy was solid second. Like I said, the lighting's different, but Vanya looks very full, has great projection. So does Amy, but it's just in the front. I feel like that's where she wins, and also how she was posing. See her front. I would just tell Amy. I would just think Amy could relax this a bit. So is Ashlyn, if she could just relax that arm a bit. But that's just me picking at it. Like Vanya looks like very composed. Maria's also very good as well. It was just who had the more on the physique. All right. So that's just my analysis of it, recapping the whole show. Also, congratulations to Angelica on her retirement. From what I was told about her, taking off her heels off stage, she wanted to do something like what UFC did, is in, like Brazil, like when they retire in UFC, they take their gloves off and leave it in the center of the stage. But unfortunately, they couldn't do that. But shout out to David Bay for giving her a shout out and announcing that and letting her speak, because I really felt like that means a lot. Um, Angelica, I feel like her legacy is going to be remembered forever. She's impacted so many people and inspired so many people to go and compete in bikini. I think from going forward, where the direction of bikini is going to head to, I'm looking forward to the season. I'm looking forward to a great competition. I really think this show in Pittsburgh is probably going to be the most exciting. I don't know if Maureen's going to be in the show. She hasn't declared. She did say in a post that she was getting ready for a prep, but until she says that she is doing the Olympia and she's on that list on the IFBB website, then I'll know that she's in the show. I mean, she's qualified for life, so she can do any show she wants, or could sit out and do the whole Olympia. I think Issa's already there. I mean, Issa Pizzini's already there. She already put her name. So from what I'm told, that she's only going to do the Olympia. Laura Lee's only going to do the Olympia, defending her title. So, and I don't know much about Jen. It's not clear at the moment. But if she wants, and if she has that drive to come back and compete again and go for a title again, she most likely will be in it. But I think going into this season, I'm really excited. Like I said, I look forward to seeing a lot more from these girls. I think some of them still have to qualify. Jordan Brandon's already qualified. Vanya's already qualified from winning shows last year. I don't think. Let's see who else. Jazzy's third. She was already qualified, so I think she's going to be sitting out and just do the Olympia because she hasn't had a full season yet. When I had her on, that was her plan, regardless of what happened. But yeah, pretty much, I think I broke down from what I saw. I look forward to seeing Tyler's video, and I'll see you guys next time.